Welcome to Murders and Minivans, where the coffee is cold, the kids are wild, and the crimes are absolutely unhinged. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tali. Let's talk murders, motherhood, and why we trust absolutely no one.
We started off by talking about the fragility of trust and balancing trust with protection. So I was thinking about this in terms of our children, obviously, and giving them the little bits of freedom, which we've talked about on previous podcasts, but trying to do it in a safe way. We talk about leaving our kids with babysitters. Some of us are doing sleepovers now. S and E are in like grade 3 and grade 2. So I'm not super pro sleepover, but they've had sleepovers at grandma and grandpa's.
Yeah, it's different. Family.
Yeah, than leaving him with a stranger. But I remember when I was little, by this point, I probably have more sleepovers than my kids have.
Well, the 90s were a wild time.
Yeah, it was like the Wild West of parenting.
It really was.
Yeah. So we wave to neighbors from our front deck, from the yard. We invite kids over to play. We're encouraging our kids to go to the park with or without us, offering to help with carpool. And I know I've done this before because we live in a rural area. So if there are other kids going to the same sport, I have offered to carpool. Mm-hmm. But then I think I'm just better than everyone. And so because I was a teacher and I worked in social work, I just feel like I'm the best person to be doing these things. But if someone else were to ask if they could take E or S to anything, my answer would be no.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I mean, I don't think anybody's taken the kids anywhere, like to a sporting event. Like that's something I want to do. Yeah. And I also I think you've driven the kids, one kid once.
I think I also went for something. Where did we go? I think we were going to the same location. They just wanted to hop in, didn't they? Or did I take P for something?
No, that was E with me.
Yeah, that was fine.
But then, I don't know. Whatever. I think, that's fine to me. Because I'm like, well, I've known you for a while.
Yeah. And you've been inside my house multiple times.
Yes.
And we do family stuff together now.
Yeah, so I think there has to be a level of trust. Very few people have driven my kids. Mm-hmm. They drive with their, my mother-in-law, their grandma.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I don't trust a ton of people. I don't know. When they get older, I see teens having to carpool to different things because their parents are busy or they're taking their other siblings somewhere else to another thing. Mm-hmm. So I think at some level I will have to give up that panic.
Yeah, but I think part of it is our generational stuff too. My parents both worked full time, and so weren't able to come too much at all, especially as I reached my preteen and teen years. They didn't come to anything, and I do feel part of that was what helped dwindle my motivation to be engaged in any of those things too. I don't know that they're really related. I'm not a psychologist.
No, that's probably right.
But if I had more family support coming to all the things, maybe I would have played basketball longer or curled, but instead boys got interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Story of our lives.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think yeah, same thing. My parents were never interested in anything. Mm-hmm. I wasn't super into hobbies, but I played basketball after school. I had after school sports, but my parents didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, and
full offense to them. I was gonna say no offense. I'm no, full offense.
Some if not all offense.
Yeah,
because some people we have to trust.
Yes.
Teachers, there's no choice. You can't really stand in the hallway and stare in the whole time.
And this is a tough one for me because I love our teachers. And I trust them implicitly. Mm. But then sometimes I see, and it happens a few times a year. Mm. Luckily, knock on wood, hasn't happened at our school. Mm-hmm. I would fly off the handle. But there's been nearby schools that have had issues with inappropriate behavior from teachers. Mm. And then that sends me into a tizzy. No,
that's true, because they are in a place of power. Mm-hmm. And so it is very challenging. For me, I agree too. It feels like an invasion even though I'm not involved.
Yes.
How dare you be in a position of power and prey upon these children? Mm-hmm. I agree with you. It drives me.
There's a lot of
makes me see red.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of safety nets in place now that weren't in place when we were in school, but that's not to say that something doesn't happen or can't happen to a kid. Mm-hmm. The thing I tell myself too is at some point I have to give it up. At some point I have to let them go a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then I'm only going to be harming them. With me, P has been asking for a lot more independence. Mm-hmm. Today she has to go to get mail. And I'm oh. And then I spiral about every single thing that can happen. And it's a small town. It's a 2-minute walk to the post office. It's not that long.
And you could almost see her from the end of your street.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what if you fall?
Aw.
What if... And I like ran through all these scenarios, and I was like, what if Stephanie comes in her van? And she's like, hey, do you want to ride home? What do you say? And she's like, no.
Good
And
girl.
I'm like, perfect, yes.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because the day before we had this talk, we would like refresh it every couple times a year.
Fair.
And I said, Mom will never like send somebody else to pick you up. Like, and I'll always try and like get a hold of you somehow. And it was when you were still teaching.
Yeah.
And I was stuck at a pediatric appointment. C had an accident. It was a nightmare day. And there was traffic. It was horrible. So I had to call. I called you. You were stuck in a meeting. And then I called
Another mom. Yeah.
another mom. And then it's like I trust her very much. But it was very funny because I said to her the day before, I said, I'll never call and get another mom to pick you up. And I was like, if I do, don't get into the car. And so I warned the mom. I was like, just so you know, we just had this conversation, but like I can't reach her. She's 8 years old. Like she doesn't have a phone. So I was like, just so you know, this might be an issue. Didn't hear anything. So I go pick her up from this woman's house. And I was like, so did she freak out or anything? And she's like, nope, she just got in my van. And I'm like,
pee.
God damn it. But I think when I like drill it into her right before, and she knows that like she has a fear of getting in trouble, obviously.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to get
I feel like that's an older child thing too. The
Yeah.
fear of that is bigger than any fear.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, so I just said, and then she wanted to like cross the street to your house today. And I'm like, that big road?
That's a busy road.
Yeah.
They don't always stop. You have to, like that one I've told S and E, you need to make sure they are stopped. Like if it looks like they're slowing down, it's not good enough. That's a highway.
Yes, you have to make eye contact with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to like go a little bit. I'm not ready for her to go and play with friends at the park or anything without me. I don't know. And it's very funny. We talk about it a lot, like Brian and I, and we're like, we're crazy. We were out all day.
Yeah.
All day. Our parents had no clue where we were.
Oh yeah. I grew up on a military base and it was very much just a big loop. And it did not take an hour to bike it, but sometimes you were gone hours because you would you would see another kid in your class, or because it was all military kids, it was another kid on deployment that you saw in Kingston, and now they're at this deployment. And you're like, hey, we're all together. So it wasn't uncommon to be out for hours.
Yeah, and our parents didn't give a shit.
No.
Like I don't remember any of my friends' parents being like, "Where are you?" Like when there was alcohol involved, sure.
Yeah, the rules changed.
Yeah, but they didn't give a shit. Like, and that was how we told like who was at each person's house, was like if their bikes are on this lawn, like, oh, let's just go, and we would just go in.
Yeah.
What happened to us? I don't know. Why are we like this?
I don't know. Someone ruined it for all of us.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So I bring this up because I was looking at stats, believe it or not.
Oh no.
I know. And now I'm afraid of everything.
Oh no.
I wanted to know about like violent crimes. And so I was looking quickly, and 50% of them in the U.S. in 2019 were committed against people by people that knew them. 50% of violent crimes in the U.S. in 2019 were done by people that knew them. And I just found that horrifying. 25% were related to the victim.
Yes. It's actually very true. Like in most murders, there's a lot of cases where, and we'll cover some, where they try to make it look like a home invasion. But like the cops always figure it out, because who is going to go into a house and just kill a person?
Yeah.
Something would have to escalate so much to get to that point. Like it's very unlikely that you're going to just get killed at random. There's other forces involved, but it's the same with child-related crimes.
Yes.
It's always a family member
or like a friend of the family.
Yes, like a neighbor.
I hate that. Doctors, coaches, they're all people of power that we're supposed to just blindly give our children to. So even in sports, I stay for the whole thing. I stay and watch.
Yes.
Like, are you a stay and watch parent, or do you?
In dance, you can't. Like, because
there's no space.
There's no space in any of the dance. They have like parent watch days.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any other reason to not trust her.
Yeah.
Like, she's been teaching dance. She's a very lovely person. She's in the community. I don't know. Like, I'm a big, not to say that like I should base it off of vibes, but like I trust her, and there's no parents allowed. And that's how dance always is.
Yeah. I know our dance
Yeah.
studio, you can kind of peek in like a one-way
Yeah.
mirror and kind of check on the kids. But there's so many of them in some of these advancing classes now that it's chaos in there, and I don't. That's too people-y. I go sit in the van, which is encouraged because they don't.
Yeah.
It also gets kind of loud when the teacher's trying to instruct, and then the moms just will not be quiet.
Dance moms.
Yeah, dance moms. So I get it. Soccer, I always stayed.
Yeah, that's an easy one to stay at.
Swimming, it's
Yeah.
only a half an hour, so you can definitely stay. Music is the only one I can't be in the room, but I sit in the waiting area because it's.
Yeah.
We live rurally, and so we take music lessons closer to the city. So you go all the way there, but you meet the teacher. It's a group class for everything. So S is in piano, E is moving into voice. And so I'm not allowed in the space, but it's a group of kids too. And so I feel a little more comfortable. I feel like if there's a gaggle of them.
Yes, I agree. And you have to teach your kids to be narcs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
Sing like a canary.
Yeah, and if one isn't, teach your other one, usually the oldest, to be a narc.
Yeah, because what have you done? Like, I've told them to, like, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, don't let it happen. So, like, listen to your gut, but in, like, kids' terms. So what have you said to yours?
Usually I'll just say, like, our private parts are private. There was an instance, for example, what was it last year? I don't know, time goes together. A boy in P's class kissed her.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and so that was a big consent conversation of, like,
Yeah, fair.
we don't allow that. Did you ask for that? Because, like, that's a whole other ballpark.
Yeah, did he ask? Like,
He did not.
Ooh.
Shocker. That was a big conversation for us. So that was an opportunity for conversation when I wish didn't happen, but such is life. A consent conversation. P is pretty well aware of, like, what is okay, what is not okay. C's still little.
Yeah.
It's a conversation that we have a lot. When we were at West Edmonton Mall, because again, we're small town people now.
Yep.
There was a lot of, like, weirdos.
Or culture, as you like to say sometimes.
Yeah, and this isn't like my Edmonton hate coming through. This is just, I was like shocked. And like there was one instance that it's most likely it was nothing, but he was just overly focused on my kids and he was getting really close and he was behind them.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And I made it a point to make eye contact with him and like, and if he was doing something creepy, I made him aware that I was aware of it.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't doing anything creepy, I made him aware that he was acting creepy.
Yeah, you're giving off the vibe. Get out of my space.
Yes, and so with C, I had to like reiterate the stranger talk. She's generally very shy. I don't think she would go with anybody, but like I had to say like, you know, and she was scared after that. So I'm like, well, better to be afraid.
Healthy fear. Yeah, healthy fear. Sometimes.
Yeah. What about you?
I do the listen to your body if something doesn't feel right. Stick together is really mine because they are 19 months apart, so they are quite close in age. So they are, and I really encourage them to be best buddies. But I try to find that balance too, because growing up, I was 3 years older than my sister, and it was almost too much forcing us together, to the point where like I almost felt spiteful as I grew up. I'm like, well, you're making me, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now as adults, we've both been to therapy and worked through our shit. And so now we're kind of trying to grow together again. But I don't want to push it where it doesn't feel unnatural. And I don't want them to be those weird kids where their only friend is their sibling, right? So I want them to still be sociable. But who is your safe person and who will have your back regardless? It should be your sibling.
Yes, no, I agree. I push that a lot. Like you should have your siblings back.
Yeah, and it's learning because S, my older one, he is more timid, whereas E is my little Libra Spitfire, and so she might actually stand up for him. Like she is spicy.
Yeah, no, I see that.
And that's what that's what I wanted when I was having kids. If I was going to have a boy and a girl, I wanted my girl to come second because I just feel like second girls are spicier if they come after Big Brother.
I am a second girl.
Yeah. Would you say you're spicier?
Yes. I would say like in comparison to my sister, it takes me a while to get to that point, and there's no like hint that I'm getting mad. I'm just mad.
Oh.
And then I explode.
It takes a while to build up, but then no one saw the build up?
Yeah, she's the opposite of whatever that is. But yeah, no, I think it's good to protect your family and like teaching that. And then my whole thing too, like when you said like this is going to be the topic, because it does relate to the case, my whole thing too is like neighbors. Because we're in a small town, I'm like, okay, really, in our immediate vicinity, it's just you guys.
Yeah. If something happened to the kids at home, I would say go to you. I wouldn't say go to the neighbor. Like, you see them, but you don't know them.
And that's why I'm like, this is weird. We know them. We know our neighbors. But, like, they generally, I think, like, the ones around me keep to themselves. Mm-hmm. Which is fine. That's okay. But I'm like, well, I don't know.
So you don't know what goes on in their house now.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's most likely nothing. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, well, I can't say, well, if you guys aren't home, whatever. Like, I just... Mm-hmm. That's a goal for me, I think, is just to build up a little bit of more of a relationship with my neighbors so that as they get older, if for some reason they're alone and something happens, they can seek a neighbor's help.
Yeah.
In a safe way. But I think, like, it's important, too, to look out for your neighbors.
Yeah. But I agree, too, it takes time to build that relationship. Like, you can't just trust anyone blindly just because it makes sense geographically.
I agree. No, I agree.
And some of the points... Because when I was looking up this topic too, was saying like watching how they interact with your kids, because they can be a nice human but horrible with children. Mm-hmm. And then do you want that around your kids?
No,
like not really.
Discernment and like vibes, which makes it sound very casual, but like I think you can pick up on a person's energy quickly. Mm-hmm. I can. That's a skill that I've been blessed with, and so like I feel most people are immediate yes or no for me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
you get a vibe.
Mm-hmm. And, like, there's unfortunately been cases where, like, luckily, knock-on-wood has not happened to me, but there's been cases where, like, it's always a pillar of the community, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because they're always charismatic.
Not to say that all charismatic people are bad.
Maybe it's like an orange flag, like a warning flag.
Yeah.
Not quite red, but it's not green.
That, to me, is, like, an internal... warning thing for me. If I like somebody right away and I'm like captivated by them, I'm like, no. Mm-hmm.
They're like people pleasing and they're trying to like get in your good graces. I'm like, stop it. I don't.
Yeah.
You're not for me, friend.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I'm like, take it easy. Take it down a notch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Mm-hmm. My biggest thing too, even going from adult Stephanie, no kids, to then having my own family, was some of the people that I was fine with spending time with as an adult. I'm not with children, so I had to let a lot of friendships go. Did you have to deal with that?
No, luckily.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Mine was like I didn't like how they parented.
Yeah, there has been one case.
Whether we both had kids or I had kids and they just like didn't know what to do with themselves. I'm like, you know what? This is not fun for me. It's not adding anything to my children's experiences.
Yeah. I would say that's a normal call to make. Mm. I thought you were talking about my kids without friends. Or my friends without kids.
It could be both. It could be friends without kids that like don't want to hang out with you anymore because we have kids.
No,
or
I think
you kind of lose. Like I had one friend who she had kids but parented very differently, and we just fell out of touch because we did not have the same, I guess, parenting philosophies. But that makes me sound too fancy.
Was she just like, did she like beat her kids?
No, she like didn't celebrate birthdays because she's like, well, they're not going to remember. They're 1, 2, and 3.
What?
Yeah, I hope she doesn't listen to this either.
No, if you're listening to this, that's very weird.
Awful.
Don't do that.
We'd rather, because Big Valley was around the same time. So she's like, he's not going to remember.
No, that's weird. Mm-hmm. Like, of course they don't remember. They're a potato. Mm-hmm. But you, what are you talking about?
It's a potato you made.
Yeah.
You made that choice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was
I don't like that.
Quite a time.
No, I would say my friends without kids, Rose and Jenny, Jenny's always been good with kids. She's just like...
Nice.
She's just born with that gift.
Yeah.
She's very good with kids. She's a very sweet person. Mm-hmm. I think like there was definitely some distance when I first had kids because I had my kid, like my oldest, quite young, I would say. Like not a teen mom.
Yeah.
But I was like mid-20s when I got pregnant.
It's not young.
No, but like in
you
this...
felt young though?
In this day and age.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a teen mom.
Yeah.
And even now, like I'll see 25-year-olds getting pregnant. I'm like, oh my God.
But now I see like a late 30s, early 40s. I'm like, oh, God, I'm so not in that world anymore.
Yeah. I had that this morning. I was like, because I'm turning 35. Mm-hmm. And my back hurt from sleeping funny. And I told Brian, I was like, I can't believe that you were 35 when we had C. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can't imagine having a newborn right now. But anyways, to digress, like I think there was definitely some shock because everybody was like still partying and like having a good time. Mm-hmm. And then I ruined the vibes. So I think that like there was definitely some adjustment, I would say, but no, like my friends are very good with kids, like with my kids, and the girls love to see them. They ask about Ross and Jenny all the time, and yeah, they love them. P loves to listen in on what we talk about when we're on the phone. I'm like, no, get out.
Yeah, it's my time.
Yeah.
That's cute though, because then they have a good relationship too.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, and then there was one instance where I had to let a friendship go. I think I told you this story, but we were camping with this one couple. I'm fine if people parent different from me, but there's a certain line that I don't cross. Mm-hmm. Like I would, even like the birthday thing, I'd be like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But I would just whatever, ignore it later on.
Yeah.
This one was a tough one for me. We were all camping together. They had, at that time, their stepson was 8, and the daughter was the same age as P. So it was like, I guess 3 kids. And they had started drinking very early camping, which, fine, I do that too. But drinking so much that they were like inebriated by 11.
Oh.
So inebriated, and this was like the entire weekend. It was like one day. Mm-hmm. So inebriated that they weren't paying attention, and I had to make sure that their kids did not get hit by cars.
Ooh, yeah.
Or quads or boats, whatever was around that area. And then they were so mean to the 8-year-old at the time, and they didn't want him around. Like, he just wanted to hang out with mom and dad, and they were like, get on your bike, go make friends, go around the, like, stop, you're so annoying. Like, you're really bugging me. You're so annoying. Yeah. Why are you here? And, like, just the whole weekend, and I ended up having to, like, feed their kids and stuff because they got too drunk, and I was like, this is not for me.
No.
I love to have a good time. I'm a good time mom. But
There's a line.
There's a line that you don't cross. And if I ever got that drunk, even once, where somebody had to take care of my kids, that wasn't me or Brian, I would never drink again.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be enough to make me quit.
Yeah. It was just a horrible time. I distanced myself. I thought I did it nicely. She had asked me why eventually, and I said, nothing against you. I don't agree with your parenting style, and that's okay. If that's how you want to parent, it's not okay. Yeah. Don't hate your kids.
Yeah.
But I need to just remain distant from you at this time.
Good for you.
I couldn't do it.
No, that would be well, then it puts all the stress on you too, because that's when bad things happen. It's when the parents are like out of the picture when you're camping or on a family trip. Like that's always when horrible things happen. So if you weren't there,
it was so bad.
I don't like this story. It's horrible.
Yes, and they kept talking. They'll never listen to this, but they kept like talking shit about the kid's birth mom, like who, like they were like openly judging her and talking stuff like shit about her, and I'm like, I think she's the good one here. I think she's the normal one. Cause she was like, they were like annoyed that she wanted to put him in sports, and I'm like, the nerve. Yeah. He's 8 years old. People. Yeah. Anyways,
as he should be.
Yeah.
So that's what our discussion was. We'll just wrap it up. So the fragility of trust, and just trying to find balance in who you trust and how, and trying to convey that to your children so they can still healthily explore, but within safe boundaries.
I agree. I think touching on the neighbors and trusting kind of leads into the case here.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's a horrible one, as they all are.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, let's start at the beginning. So Linda Collins was born on April 17th, 1962, an Aries, in Pocahontas, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not watched like a chick flick ever?
Yes. What is that one that's in Arkansas? Alabama. It's Sweet Home Alabama.
Yes, it's a good one.
Okay, no tangents.
Sorry. Arkansas, go.
To Benny and Carolyn Vernice Honeycutt Collins. I butchered that. She grew up in nearby Williford in really tough conditions. Guys, these southern state names, what? Her family was poor, so until she was a teenager, they didn't even have running water in their small home.
What year was this?
So she was born in 1962.
Whoa, okay.
And she lived, they said like that she was, the house, when they were trying to describe how poor she was, these articles, they said that she was like 10 miles off of a gravel road. I'm like, I don't think that means like a poor thing, but maybe it does in that area. But the basis of it is she didn't have running water until she was a teen. So there's no record of Linda ever having a university degree. I couldn't find anything, so I think that she just took the school of hard knocks like I did.
There you go.
So she made her own path in life. In 1995, she married Philip Smith. Phil was also from Arkansas, but unlike Linda, he had gone through law school. He had his law degree from the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, back in 1979.
So she married up. You go, girl.
Well,
Uh-oh.
so he had spent more than 20 years practicing law before being appointed as a municipal judge. In 2001, Governor Mike Huckabee appointed him to the bench, and a year later, he was elected as a Division II judge in the 3rd Judicial Circuit of Arkansas.
Wow.
So I went down like a crazy rabbit hole with like how the courts are, because it's not as simple as Canadian courts.
Okay.
So 3rd Judicial Court doesn't do much. Like he didn't really touch any notable cases. It was more like civil litigation, I guess. No murders. I think 1st Judicial Court is maybe murders, or 5th. I know 5th Circuit is like you're in really big trouble.
Oh, okay.
And Division 2 is like divisions of the state.
Oh, okay.
So a judge nonetheless not presiding over any mega cases.
Okay.
Linda and Phil built a family together, raising 2 kids, Butch and Heather. Heather went by Tate.
Oh, okay.
Don't know why. The southern U.S. has a culture that I love and I appreciate, but do not understand. At the same time, Linda had worked in real estate and later moved into the hotel business. So in 2001, Linda and Phil bought a Days Inn in Pocahontas, with Linda running much of the day-to-day business. And that experience gave her very strong ties to the community and in the small business and lodging world. I imagine it's pretty tight-knit area. By 2010, Linda made a pretty bold move. She ran for office.
Wow.
She started out as a Democrat. She won a seat in the Arkansas House of Representatives, and then she switched parties a year later, saying that the Democratic Party no longer fit her conservative values. In 2014, she ran for the Arkansas State Senate as a Republican and won, which really raised her political profile. She loved the color red.
Oh.
Like, loved a red outfit, and like she was a gorgeous woman. Also funny because like Aries, they love red.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, all of my fancy clothes red.
I didn't know that.
I don't know why it's
Why
like
do you
a
wear
weird
black
thing.
all the time then?
Because I'm messy. Like, people think that I'm like
'Cause we have
goth or
children.
dark, but I, even before I had kids, I would constantly spill stuff on myself.
That's fair.
So I don't know what
I had one white shirt for like a week. I'm like, why did I do this?
Why?
Ugh.
But yeah, so Linda wore red. She loved red. It definitely suited her too. So as a senator, she became known for her conservative stances, supporting pro-gun legislation, anti-abortion measures, working with business organizations like the Arkansas Lodging Association, and she was also active in the NRA, National Rifle Association.
Interesting.
Fun fact. I was like, what is the NRA? So while her career was on the rise, her marriage was crumbling. By 2016, Linda and Phil had separated, and what followed was a very long and bitter divorce.
Oh.
So they sold their Days Inn for about $1.2 million, but Linda had immediately moved nearly $850,000 into her own account. Phil had accused her of cutting him out, and the two ended up just fighting over everything. It was a very bad divorce.
Oh, well, it'd be tricky too because he's a lawyer.
Yeah,
He has a background
it's
in
the
law.
worst, yeah.
Ugh. All the tricks.
Oh God, I know, and he knows people.
Yeah.
Right? So right down to massive state and federal tax refund checks worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Jeez.
So it got very ugly. Linda was even held in contempt of court for failing to pay $400,000 to Phil's counsel. Couldn't find what that $400,000 was for. I don't know if she had to pay his legal fees. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
Wish I was. Wish I paid more attention in school. Judges described her behavior as partly confusion, but also animosity towards Phil. Meanwhile, Phil wasn't squeaky clean either. During the divorce proceedings, he actually admitted to using court computers for personal matters, which led to a public reprimand and the end of his judicial career.
Ooh.
I think he was looking at nefarious things, and I couldn't find I remember listening to a podcast where they said what it was. It wasn't stuff you get arrested for, but it was like stuff you shouldn't be looking at.
Oh, like porn?
I want to say it was something like that.
Yeah.
Like just...
But not for sure.
Yeah.
Don't quote us.
Yeah, don't get mad at me.
Oh.
So that ended his judicial career. Amid all of this, Linda had a close political ally who was kind of like the person that she leaned on. It was a very close confidant. Okay. Her name was Rebecca O'Donnell. They had met in 2014 during Linda's Senate campaign. Rebecca became one of her most trusted volunteers, and then eventually she became a paid aide, like a political aide, and eventually a close friend. She was even named Linda's power of attorney.
Wow.
I want to stop here. Nobody should be a power of attorney unless it's like your children. And if you don't trust your children, it should be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or a spouse.
That's fair.
Like, and I'm not like victim blaming here. I'm not saying that like this was her fault, but this is definitely something that I just feel you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of cases, just even in my personal life, that I've seen where people that are sick and ailing will name random people power of attorney.
Yeah, or they'll change it at the last minute.
And it just decimates the family, and it does nothing but cause harm.
Yeah.
So Rebecca lived locally, and she was well known in political circles, and she was in a very long-term relationship with somebody named Tim Loganes, who had actually introduced her to Linda. Some sources say that this was a long-term relationship. Some say that they are engaged, definitely not married.
Okay.
So fast forward to May 2019. Neighbors had started to worry. Linda's car had not moved, and they noticed an awful smell.
Oh no. That's how it all starts.
I know.
Bad smell.
On June 4th, deputies arrived at her home and made a horrifying discovery. Outside near the driveway, under a blue tarp and blankets, was a badly decomposed body.
What?
Yeah.
Out front?
Yes.
Oh my... Bleh.
Yeah, I know. At first, investigators looked at Phil, obviously. They always look at the spouse. And of course, given like the messy divorce and the contentious relationship that they had at this point in time, he was the very obvious suspect, but there was no physical evidence tying him to the scene, and he was eventually ruled out.
Wow.
It seemed like a very quick investigation. Like they just kind of ran through like her immediate circle of people.
Yeah.
But they did eventually shift to Rebecca O'Donnell because of how close they were. Rebecca had trusted access to Linda's home, and neighbors had said that Linda trusted her completely. But investigators uncovered surveillance footage from Linda's security system, footage that Rebecca and Tim had actually tried to remove. The recovered video showed Rebecca inside Linda's home holding a knife with what appeared to be blood on her hands.
Jeez.
Like just the most damning evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
You're literally caught with
Yeah.
a bloody knife in your hands.
Yeah. So then financial motives also started to pile up. It was found that Rebecca had forged Linda's signature on checks and sold off all of her gold and silver coins. It looked like Linda had found out, just based on the evidence that they had found on her computer and like things that maybe she had said to other people. Linda was putting the pieces together, and she was about to confront Rebecca.
Oh.
So just 10 days after Linda's body was found, police had arrested Rebecca. Incredibly, she and Tim were actually on their way to Linda's memorial service when she was stopped.
That's just horrible. It's comedically perfect because it's just so horrible.
Because, like, you're going to this woman's funeral who you killed. Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
It happens all the time, too.
Yeah.
So she ended up being charged with capital murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. The case actually never went to trial. In August of 2020, Rebecca had taken a plea deal, pleading guilty to first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. She just plain admitted in court, I went to Linda's house and I intentionally killed her and then concealed the body.
Wow, but like didn't really conceal it that well. Well, I guess well enough because it was just outside and no one else said anything for a large amount of time. For a corpse to be on your front lawn.
Wild.
Bananas.
So she confessed to stabbing Linda multiple times and then wrapping her in blankets and a tarp before leaving her outside. She was sentenced to 50 years in prison with at least 35 years to be served before parole eligibility.
Like, how did the body even get outside? Like, did she drag it outside to the front step and she's like, whoa, that's too much work, and then just like covered it with a tarp and just hope for the best?
Well, she must have, and there's nothing saying that Tim was involved. But I'm a I wouldn't say I'm like super fit, but I feel like I can probably lift somebody, but a dead weight body.
Yeah. Like, have you ever moved a futon mattress?
No.
Like, that's always the joke, that it's like moving a dead body.
Yeah, there's no
Because
way.
it's just like, it's a lump. Like, I don't think, I'm pretty healthy. I don't think I could carry my body weight.
Oh.
Droopy.
No.
And would there not be evidence rolling down the step? I picture an old front porch, like an old Sears home. Do you know
It was
what I
a
mean?
very nice house.
But were there front step? I just feel like a body would like leave
If I can recall,
evidence down the stairs.
like it seemed like she almost like, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but it seemed like she had gone through the garage or something because it was like on the side.
That's a lot of work to then leave the body out front.
Yeah, so I don't know, Tim was never charged with anything. He actually always had her back, which is bizarre. So if that wasn't all bad enough, while Rebecca was in jail, she had tried to solicit other inmates to kill people.
What?
Yeah, which I'm like, that never works.
Yeah,
it's
slow down,
never
girl.
worked.
Yeah.
And like, jail people are going to sing like canaries.
Oh, yeah.
What trust do you... Anyways, she's killed people. Like, she obviously doesn't have sense, but like, I like to roast these people because I'm like, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
What are you
hindsight.
thinking? Like, you must be acting out of sheer desperation or something, because the people that she had tried to get murdered from in jail was Phil Smith, his new wife, and the prosecutor in her case.
Wow.
Insane. Linda's children, who were adults when all of this happened, I can't find much of them. I think they wanted their privacy, but very fair. Butch and Tate gave heartbreaking victim impact statements. They spoke about the devastation of losing their mother in such a brutal and senseless way, and about the betrayal, because Linda was not killed by a stranger. She was killed by somebody that she trusted like family.
Ooh.
The judge described the crime as one of the most personal betrayals that he had ever seen.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, so Rebecca is now serving her sentence with the Arkansas Department of Corrections, and she will not be eligible for parole until the mid-2050s.
Whoa.
Shocked everybody, and it made national headlines, not just because she was a politician, but because literally her best friend
Yeah.
killed her.
Well, and I feel like it's crazy ruthless, too, because I feel like it's very different when you shoot someone with a gun as opposed to, like, standing so close and stabbing them repeatedly.
It
Like,
is
that's
a personal crime.
Yeah, that's a very personal, very intimate death, I would say.
And
Ugh.
stabbing somebody that many times. And that's the other thing, too, is like you're exhausted because, again, I'm just reading from what I've, like, consuming true crime for so many years.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is stabbing somebody takes it out of you.
Yeah,
That
a lot of
act
work.
alone.
That's maybe why she left her by the front door.
Yeah. And then, like, then you're going to drag this, like, heavyweight body.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not saying that she was overweight or anything, but a body's a body.
Yeah, body's a body. Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, I truly don't know how. So, like, I think Tim was maybe charged with, like, evidence tampering or something like that. Because he did, like, the security cameras were a big thing. But, yeah, so wild case. But I think, like, the neighbors, too. Like, sometimes it's good to have nosy neighbors.
Yes.
And it's, like, the story that I'm going to bring up that's not, like, this wasn't a murder at all. And you probably will remember this. But that house. Was it 2022? I had no idea that anything had happened. No, not a clue. Couldn't smell anything, nothing. And then I had like gone. I saw our neighbor, and he was doing stuff, whatever, with his car. And then I went to go get my hair cut the same day at the salon in town, who we no longer talk to, who shall not be named.
She's on our hit list. Not hit list.
No,
I'm not going to
no,
put that on there.
No. And she was like, "Oh, did you hear what happened to your neighbor?" And I'm like, "No." But like, I thought it was gonna be gossip. And she says, "Well, he died." I'm like, "No, he didn't." And she's like, "Yeah, no, Tali, he died. Like, he has been dead for weeks in the house." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought she was like just fucking with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, person. Like, I saw him this morning. And she's like, no.
Ooh.
And I was like, what? And so for a solid 4 hours, I was like, I saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Because it was him. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then later on, it was his brother, who looks identical to him.
Oh.
Like, identical.
Yeah.
Oh, and it freaked me out. Like, the whole act. So it had happened over Easter weekend, and I guess he didn't know that he was sick, and he was in there for weeks on end.
That's horrible.
And I would say I'm moderately nosy.
Not mosey enough, turns out.
Well, because like if I don't see somebody, I'm like, oh, you're on a trip. I don't know your life.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe like this is my case for, again, being a little bit closer to neighbors, is like, tell people when you're leaving, at least.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
If you trust them enough, at the very least, if I see somebody at your property and I know that you're not home,
yeah,
I'm going to be like, hey, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like the guy that lives there now, if somebody had showed up to his house and he was away and I didn't know, I'd be like, oh man, I don't know, it's a friend. Like, I would make up a story in my head.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know most of my people.
Yes.
So you pretty easily be able to detect if it was someone that didn't know me.
Yeah. I would, if it was like somebody and I wasn't sure, I'd be like, Cold Lake.
Yeah. It would take minimal questioning to suss out if it was a good guy or a bad guy.
Yes. Yeah. So like in this case, her neighbors knew her. They knew like that her car moved at this specific time.
Yeah.
And like, again, just thinking to my close neighbors here, I don't like, it would have to be something extreme for me to be like, that's really weird. This one is a school one, so I think that's more likely. But the other ones, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what? To be honest, I would never check under a tarp. Like, if someone had a tarp in their yard, I'd be like, oh, it's dead leaves under there. Like, I would never. So if something did sit out for a long time, I would probably not look. I would just accept that the tarp lives there now.
Well, and it's Texas. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they have cold.
Yeah.
Because like here, if there's a tarp outside and it was cold, that's a solid 6 to 9 months. Nobody's going to notice anything about it.
Then it could be under snow. Yeah.
Till it's warm and flies. Texas, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Would you just see flies? Like something, some sort of activity.
It's hot all the time.
Hot all the time.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So yeah, like this case threw me. There's lots of Dateline episodes and podcasts about it. Mm-hmm. This one is just an interesting one because usually it is the husband, but this time it was just somebody that she trusted, a very close woman.
Yeah.
And
she had trusted so much that she made her power of attorney.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like, the other thing too that freaks me out about people like this is if you have this gift of like convincing people and manipulating people to get what you want, go into sales.
Yeah, use that gift for good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sales isn't good, but like, God, make some money the normal, legal way.
Yeah.
Or like go, I don't know, be a cult leader.
Well, this took a turn.
Or I don't know, like just do something where you're like, why?
Not a murderer.
Yes, and what part of this, like you didn't think any of this through?
No.
What? And I'm glad murderers are stupid. Obviously, it's great. But this one, I'm
quite
like...
impulsive, I might say.
You are very dumb. You're a dumb idiot, Becky.
Okay, slow down. She gets out in like 30 years.
She's not coming here. Canada won't let her in. But yeah, it is a very sad case.
Yeah.
And like she was a very ambitious woman and she knew what she wanted to do and she's successful. She made her own life, made her own path, and it got ripped away from her because of greed.
Oof, yeah.
That's the story.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we all learned a valuable lesson.
Be a nosy neighbor.
Be a nosy neighbor and trust your gut.
Yes.
And never make a friend your power of attorney.
Yes, that's it. Those are your life
lessons.
lessons.
Those are your takeaways.
From Murders in Minivans.
Yeah.
Episode whatever this is.
Nobody knows anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thanks for listening.
Bye.